JTH is back in living color, returning from LA after a wonderful and fabulous free-for-all live event that I can't tell you a damn thing about until it actually drops. Well, okay, I'll tell you a little bit about what happened once we get into the video, but more importantly today, we're back in the Innergeekdom division, kicking off the first match since the live-streamed free-for-all event. Kevin Smets, who I actually got to meet at the free-for-all event, is back in Innergeekdom competition, and he will be taking on the Urban Gladiator, Mad Titan, whichever he prefers to be called right now, Jay Washington. This is a very interesting match because this is one of the very few matches that has actually been publicized with screenshots and video promos before the matches even air. This is something that Christian does not do very often, but as soon as the match was recorded, he came to the Facebook page and showed everybody right off the bat the fireworks that were about to implode in this match, which is making me very, very anxious to see what in the world happened in this match. So, without further ado, let's kick it off. Innergeekdom division action today. Kevin the Smasher Smets and the Mad Titan Jay Washington will take place today on JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. And welcome back. Okay, so first off, let me talk a little bit about the free-for-all event in general. Overall, as I said, I had an amazing time. It was fun to head back out there and have conversations with so many Schmoedown competitors. Some who were in the free-for-all, and there was a couple that were not in the free-for-all too that appeared as well. I think when it was all said and done, out of the 40 players, I probably shook the hands, and had conversations with probably about 30 of them, not counting about the 3-4 other people that were not in the free-for-all that I also had conversations with. The free-for-all itself, I think, was a very big success. In terms of match-wise, where would I rank it from the other free-for-alls? Obviously, I'm going to put my personal bias aside. I would probably rank it second. I still think the second one is the best one, simply because the fact that they had 48 players in that second free-for-all, the level of competition that was in that free-for-all with the amount of people in it, I think is staggering, to the point where I think it would be very hard for that free-for-all event to be topped. This one came pretty damn close, but I still would have wished I could have seen the second one live. Because I think just based on the overall level of play, the amount of people that appeared, I think that would have been a blast to attend. Shame that didn't happen. I know a lot of my friends were able to attend that one, so that was a bummer. But oh well. Overall, I still enjoyed Free-for-all 3 very, very, very much. So I guess the first thing I'll talk about is some accessories and souvenirs that I was able to collect when I was there. Obviously, I did buy the free-for-all live shirt. I'm not going to wear it yet. I will wear it either when I do a review of the show in general, spoiler review, or probably just next week once the free-for-all airs. So I have it available. I have it ready, but I chose not to wear it yet today. I'm just going to, wait in general. So I just chose to wear, LA City of Angels shirt, or, City of Bum, because, I'm probably closer to a bum than an angel. But, oh well, you know what I mean. Also, so let's see. Guess I'll show off a couple of the other accessories that I got. I also heard about a couple of the issues that the live stream ended up having. I heard that it got copyrighted and blocked for a little while. So I guess by the time that this airs, it's going to be taken down. So the live stream will be down. So I heard about some of the issues that the camera angles had as well. So William Bibiani, when he came out, was throwing some fake money out during the entrance. I'm sure for people that weren't sure what that was, yeah, it was just some fake cash, which I actually got him to autograph one. He put the Hannibal Lecter sign, or Hannibal Lecter mask, on top of old Benji. So yeah, $400 in fake cash was a lot of fun to be able to collect. Second of all, obviously, if anybody saw the Brooklyn live show, they obviously know that that this has been happening. Frank Janish, before the show or before the stream went live, as I saw, walked around and did the Schmoedown trivia question stuff. And he happened to come by old JTH, which I gotta call you out on this, Frank, because I realized this, and I kept this in mind because I realized very quickly I was the only person of all the people that you introduced. You did not ask who I was and where I came from. I guess you obviously thought that everybody knew who JTH was. Well, you're wrong. I can never trust you again and can never forgive you. Okay, rant over. But yeah, he didn't even introduce who I was. I guess he didn't want Christian to know that I was going to win more accessories. But I was asked a Schmoedown trivia Schmoedown question, which was funny because he talked about when I got the question right that I listened to the rundown, which I realized had actually aired before the live event took place. But of course, because I didn't drive when I was out there, I walked around because gas prices out there were redonkulous, absolutely redonkulous. I will not do rental cars out there. It's too hectic, too crazy. I don't know how people can manage out there. So I walked. So by the time that the rundown had aired, I was already walking around that Saturday morning just to, spare and, buy some time before the opening of the thing happened. But I was asked a question about who has the most wins in the singles division, which obviously I even asked if it was updated as of that Friday, which of course he said it was, which obviously meant it was John Roca with a record of 12 wins, 7 losses, 3 by way of knockout. And with that, I ended up winning an autographed version of the Schmoedown Throwdown card that's got Mike Kalinowski, and Rachel's name is right there. She wrote it in white marker, so you got to put it at the right angle or else you can't see it. So that's pretty cool. And of course, the running gag was, as I said to a couple of people, the funny thing is, as soon as I got back home, I knew that the other one was going to come in the mail. So, yay! Now I've got two. I got an authentic version, and I got an autographed version. So yeah, that's kind of funny. Now I have two versions of the same thing, but one's a little bit more valuable than the others. So that's kind of cool. And so after everything that happened and all the things were done, got to chat with a lot of people. I posted a lot of pictures of competitors I got to take some photos with. Obviously, one Mike Kalinowski was one of them. I also got to take some, obviously, other than Mark and Christian, which is the complimentary meet and greet. I also got one with Bateman, McWeeny, Emma, Tom, Snyder, and somebody else. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I'm blanking. Oh, and Bibiani. Sorry, Biz. Can't believe I forgot that. Oh, he's gonna rip me a new one. Oh, Mr. Growl. And so yeah, it was a lot of fun to be able to attend the show and just have conversations with everybody after the show. It was a whole lot of fun. And also, I have one more question for the crew. Was it okay to take this? Because I did. For those that don't know, that this was one of the streamers that came out once the winner was announced. So it was just lying there. I was like, I'll give him a little bit less to clean up. So I stashed it. So I officially have an official accessory from the free-for-all, an official gold streamer that came out when the winner was declared. So yay me. I can't have been the only person that took one of those. Can I? Somebody else had to have stashed one, right? Oh, well. So, with that being said, now that I've talked for the last 8 minutes about my experiences, which was a lot of fun, let's get now into the match. Kevin Smets versus Jay Washington. Again, this is a match that has been publicized and promoted very much so by the Schmoedown crew. They are very anxious to have people watch this. As far as who I think is going to win, it's very hard for me to not pick Kevin in this video. And by the way, I mentioned I had met Kevin at the free-for-all event. he was one of the few people that actually recognized me before I introduced myself to him, which is actually made me a little bit humbled. And the first thing I did, just for all you out there to know, the first thing I said to him is I apologized for continuously calling him Kevin Smith in his first match. And he was perfectly fine with it. And he actually told me, keep doing what I do because he actually enjoys what I do very much. So for all the people that disliked that video, the Smasher did not approve of your dislikes. So now you're on the Smasher's bad side too, and you're gonna get smashed just like everybody else. And unfortunately, like I think Jay Washington will probably get in this match. The Innergeekdom division, I think by far wields the least amount of upsets. With the much more restricted categories that the Innergeekdom has, it's much less likely for a superior player to get a movie that they are not familiar with. Kevin, I think, showed that in his match with David Moore, that he is really knowledgeable, really knows his stuff. In terms, it's really hard for a person that is not on the same level knowledge-wise as a superior player to really win in the Innergeekdom. Like, as far as the Innergeekdom League has gone, I don't think I could even count on more than one hand the amount of legitimate upsets that have happened in the Innergeekdom League, where you can literally say that this player beat a superior player on paper. Like, I would think I would struggle to even get to 3, honestly. Like, I think that's how, in general, the Innergeekdom is. And I think it really separates, the tiers of players from one over another. Like, in terms of actual upsets, like, matches that we thought at the time were upsets, that as time has progressed, we probably don't consider them upsets anymore. But in terms of actual legitimate upsets to this day that look like they are still, we can officially call them upsets. Robert Meyer Burnett winning the Innergeekdom title in the very first Innergeekdom match. Coy Jandreau winning the 5-way that featured Mike Kalinowski, the infamous Puddin match. And honestly, what other match is there that you would literally consider an upset? There are matches where, players are competitively balanced. So that's not really what I mean. I'm talking about legitimate upsets where you look at 2 players on paper and you go, this person's clearly better, and then this player won. It's like there's not many of them out there. So in terms of the actual match, I'm going to give this to Kevin. I think just on a pure knowledge base, I think he's just got too much on Jay. So yeah, I guess there's really not much more to say about it. I guess I'm picking Kevin to win. So let's see if the Smasher can get the job done. I've now gone for 12 minutes. I'm probably going to just put a timestamp for when this reaction starts, because I'm sure people will not bother to watch the entire thing because, internet. So without further ado, let's do this in 3, 2, and 1. Hello, Inglorious.
Hey, what's going on, champ?
How are you?
Oh, hey, Yodi. Got to meet Yodi as well.
Yeah.
How you hanging in there?
And got to meet Sam.
Talk about you, man. Crushing it. You're having this great run with teams. You and Bateman are, absolutely making a name for yourselves. You guys, and now you just, you beat my old ride or die, Drew McWeeny. That's no small feat.
It was a tough one, but a good victory. Yeah, it was fun. How about you? The commissioner. Yeah. Was it? Is it?
Go commission.
Is it everything you thought it was going to be?
No, not at all. No.
Okay.
Never is.
Yeah, you look like you need a nap.
Yeah, I do need a nap.
Yeah.
But hey, I've actually been working on some single stuff for you.
Yeah.
So how about this?
Okay.
You just played them in teams, but I want you to take on the In-Snyder head-to-head. What do you think about that?
I like it.
Yeah. I like it too.
Just played them in teams?
Yeah. Check this out. You win that one. It's 2 in a row. You got the momentum going, and then you're probably in contention for a title shot. So
Well, there it is.
Do me proud.
I will, man. You know, hey, you get that now.
I will.
I don't envy you. I'm sorry.
What the hell did I come out here for? Belt polish. I'll get it later.
The strain. And he won't give in, although he technically did. He will defend, then he will drop the belts. Yeah, they don't like each other. They gonna whoop some ass. Hello, Ken, hello, Roxy. None of the gang's here, but recognizable faces, so we'll accept it.
That is Roxy Stryer.
Got to meet Ken and Roxy as well. Ken was with Grace, so got to meet Grace.
Like I said, an Innergeekdom division matchup that has been building and building in a short amount of time.
The only person in this video so far that I have not met was Jay, because unfortunately he was in Chicago when the free-for-all happened, so that was a bummer. Would have been nice to say hi to him, but...
Washington, Roxy, are you ready for this epic matchup?
I really am. It's going to be an intense one, and also just with the amount of geek knowledge going on, I'm ready to get my geek on.
You ready to get your geek on?
Yeah.
Sounds like
get
a
your geek on.
If there ever is one. Here is the story. Kevin, the Smasher Smets. He is managed by a man only known as Kaiser. If you know your World
Super Kaiser?
World War I history, that's a little scary. But here is the thing. Kevin was a fan, and I don't mean that as a disparaging term. He was a fan of this.
Oh, okay. That makes me feel better.
Part of this, and he joined the Patreon page, and he auditioned and did not get picked. The chairman said, thank you, no thank you, you're not ready, sir. So he goes down into...
Kevin Smets wasn't ready, yet Winston Marshall.
There, and he gets called up.
Ugh.
A great, charismatic competitor, another rookie, David Moore, and Kevin Smets smashes him. Moore looked good, but Kevin just looked like a machine. He is a winter soldier, even in the face. He looks like Sebastian Stan and Sebastian Shaw.
I'm impressed you remembered his name, Ken.
I see that.
2 points for Ken.
He's a talented guy. He knows how to edit videos. Full disclosure, he's worked with me on some videos. I don't want anyone saying I have any favoritism toward him, but I am impressed with what he's done. But Roxy, he started taking shots at Hector Navarro, former Innergeekdom champion.
Which is just so above his league at this point. I'm not going to lie. Smets is... A lot of people are talking about Smets right now. When you're in the hallway, when you're hearing it, he is the person to watch. But Hector, I mean, he's the big leagues right now. For Smets to come out and say that, it's a little disrespectful.
Hector hasn't won a match since the category expansion happened, and that's been nearly 2 years. Come on. Let's...
In the WWF, Rick Rude, Ultimate Warrior, back in the day, these guys hit the gym a lot.
Yeah.
But Jay was like, no, no, no. And I think it's because of Jay's pro wrestling background. He says, we do things certain ways around here. There's some locker room etiquette. You do not challenge someone that you do not have the right to challenge yet. And the war exploded all over social media. Promos. Jay, when he's trying to achieve a supervillain status in the gym at midnight. The guy works out at midnight, Roxy.
I see it.
He's curling, calling out Kevin, calling out Kyle.
Me, I sleep at midnight because, you know, I'm normal.
But I will say this.
Can't you tell I'm normal?
And a student of the managing game, Kaiser, he is not afraid. He is leading his charge. He has a full confidence in the smasher there. So that kind of sets it up. But I think, Roxy, we should hear from our competitors today. Let's hear their promotional promos.
Haven't they said enough? I feel like I've seen this match before that apparently nobody liked except Kevin.
Why don't we get somebody out there who can give this kid a challenge?
So, wait a whole damn minute. Kevin Smets had a nice, impressive victory, but got super cocky too quick. You calling out Hector Navarro? I feel it's necessary to put you in your place. So, here's what I'm gonna do. How about I get back in the Innergeekdom ring and teach you a lesson?
It's your old buddy Kaiser. I just got off a flight at LAX and my driver picked me up, right? I decide to go on to Twitter and see what's poppin'. And what do I find but big bad Jay Washington? And then Jay did something really stupid. He called out the Smasher. I'm driving down to the Schmoedown office to put the Smasher's name on the
Hopefully the
dotted
doors
line.
weren't locked.
Because if you want blood, baby, we will oblige you.
You run your mouth for your boy, and you just got here. But here's the thing. I've been here. You just play here. So now you two want to play this game? Make it official, Christian, Emma, whoever the hell. Let's do this.
You know, here I am trying to have a nice, relaxing afternoon, and all of a sudden my mentions start blowing up on Twitter because the two of you are duking it out there. So as
Doing a lot of that.
of the Innergeekdom League, I accept your proposal to settle this in the Schmoedown arena. So can you please stop yelling at each other on Twitter?
And now let's get to the other promos, part 2.
So we've hit the point.
Hello, Ethan.
Here we are, myself
Hello, Jay.
versus the Munchkin dude.
Jay Washington, this is actually a big day for you. You get to say that you were number 2 on the murder train when the Smasher came through the Schmoedown. And I got news for you, buddy. It kind of sounds like a Dr. Seuss book. But in this narrative, the Smasher plays the Grinch who stole your integrity when he puts you to sleep in 2 rounds. Dig it.
You really wanted to go hard at me on Twitter. You tried to. You tried your best to send little videos. You and the
Hey, wait. You guys are like in a Twitter war?
Yeah, you'd have known that if you check your tweets.
You know, Jay, you weren't even in the picture, but you had to open your mouth. We wanted Navarro, but apparently he's in the witness relocation program because he's nowhere to be found today. I mean, in your last match, you lost to Emma, and you want to go up against this psychopath? Buddy, I got news for you. We're gonna mop the floor with your blood today, pal.
I walk around with greatness. Former movie trivia Schmoedown heavyweight champion of the world. You walk around with a reject from Alcoholics Anonymous. You walk around with somebody.
Wait, does that mean he's still an alcoholic?
Yeah, can't you look at him? He only does 40-ounce girls, like he just drinks a lot.
Listen, our fans know what time it is. We don't care if you're a heel or a hero. You're all just hamburger to us. It's the Smashers' time. The old guard, you're on your way out. Kalinowski, Cushing, we don't care. As long as Harloff keeps lining them up, the Smashers gonna keep knocking them down. So I got one question for Jay Washington and the rest of the Schmoedown. You want extra onions with that loss?
Smets, you won your opening match, your rookie match, and you walking around on cloud 9. You crowning yourself Innergeekdom champion already. You ran your mouth to Hector. That's the homie. But it ain't happened. And you ain't got past the Gladiator. And you not getting past this one. You and that tight-ass hoodie you have on can go back to Magical Little Kingdom, wherever you came from. You can go back to looking constipated at home. So when you're done and you catch this L, it's only 2 things you can do about it.
Nothing, and friggin' deal with it!
Damn it.
You called
Damn
me
it.
out, Jay. You are the architect of everything that's about to happen right now. And I know you have your fans here in the Schmoedown, you have your fans here in the studio, you got a lot of friends, and I get that. But tonight, they're all going to be let down when I drag you from one side of that studio to the other. Because it's not about friendships, it's not about the fans. Tell them what's about, Kaiser.
All business.
I like that little twitch that everybody does.
Is it getting a little hot in here? That was some.
Chris Clark did that a lot too in his
Wow, it's kind of like
app
me
game.
after 7 tacos. The sweats and the chest pains start coming there. I'll tell you what, Kaiser almost has no respect.
That video
for
never
Jay,
gets
and I
old.
can tell you, Jay is feeling that lack of respect there, and I love seeing Ethan Irwin, who is a quiet, calm, collected former champion, yelling out the Urban Gladiators catchphrase.
He's earned it.
He has earned it, absolutely. So with that, Roxy, I have a little question for you. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
And then it's time for the movie
Trivia Schmoedown. 3 rounds to a finish.
Meet our competitors for today's Innergeekdom Division matchup. Introducing first. led to the ring by his manager and advisor, Kaiser, with a record of 1 win, no defeats, 1 KO in the Innergeekdom division. He is Kevin the Smasher Smets.
Bringing that venom. Yeah.
Look at that,
Nope.
Kaiser. Yes, sir.
Hey, Christian, I saw you. Thought you could deceive these eyes.
He's saying nice.
Keeping my eye on you, Christian.
What happened to my handshake?
You
No?
didn't get it.
All
Look
right.
at Smets there. He's coming out there. I don't know superheroes that well. I believe that is Arachno Boy on his
Ah!
thing.
Ah!
That's the official
Kevin
title.
is intense. He's intense. You know, he can bench 245, 12 reps real easily. And his opponent, representing the Time Machine and the Mad Titan Podcast, with a record in
Well,
the Innergeekdom division of 1 win.
This is the second best wrestling theme that Jay has come out to. I wish he'd go back to Glorious. Hello, Ethan. Hello, Jay. Okay, so he is still the Urban Gladiator. I saw Thanos' fist like that at the free-for-all.
It's the Thanos finger.
We're about to get the clip that they showed. Right there. That was the clip. Or that one. It was right there. Christian posted that screenshot, and people went crazy.
The Thanos finger different than the Thanos snap. It's kind of like GoBots versus Transformers, but Jay is ready. I have seen Jay. I've seen the look in his eyes before. This is usually when someone gets their next snap. So Kevin, though, looks confident, too. By the way, Jay could bench 415, 19 reps at midnight. Gentlemen, let's explain the rules.
And me, I can rep a 12-pack of Pepsi once, because once I put it down, it'll be gone next time I pick it up.
Let's explain the rules, gentlemen. You're going to get 10 questions in round
10
one.
questions. Get as many right as you can. If you can't get them right, you will be laughed at forever.
If you want, each question will be worth 1 point. Let me remind you, you do get 3 JTE rules. That's a chance for
Not the JTH rule. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Ecuadorian Captain America fan Josh.
Colombian. Colombian. Not Ecuadorian.
Maybe law enforcement officer.
Make them Colombian. They make great coffee.
Grab my handcuffs in my bag. Here we go. Guys,
Oh, met RB3 too. Very nice guy. And Thad. And Cody.
Jay.
Let me beat this bitch real quick.
Oh!
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown.
Yay! As Superman said in Injustice 2, you can try.
10 questions, gentlemen. First question coming in is in the category of MCU. Which film saw the first appearance of Andy Serkis's Ulysses Claw? I'm glad we didn't have a fight.
Swell time for the marker to not work.
I felt it inside.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. Looking for answers.
Avengers Age of Ultron.
Avengers Age of Ultron.
That is correct for a point, Kevin.
Age of Ultron. I need a new marker, too.
Ultron.
Son of a bitch, I do too.
Roxy.
Question number 2 in the category of Star Wars.
I got this.
I won't get this. I should take advantage of it and just run off, get a new marker.
The base color of Obi-Wan's starfighter that he pilots to Camino and then to Geonosis.
Good job.
I'll guess a color.
Geonosis.
I almost passed
I'm gonna say red. I'll be right back.
Absolutely. Looking for answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Kevin.
Blue.
Incorrect.
White.
Incorrect. Looking for red. Red. He flies his
You
red.
really knew that?
I did know that. His.
Not sure if it was red or not. I didn't hear it in time. Somebody enlighten me if it was red.
3 out of 10, gentlemen. Question 3 out of 10 in the category of Middle
Love it
Earth.
when markers don't
Middle
work.
Earth.
Middle Earth?
In the desolation of Smaug,
damn it.
Which dwarf becomes gravely ill after an orc shoots him with a poisoned arrow? Arrow. Of all the things I couldn't pronounce.
Hey, my marker works.
Dr. Smaug, just fine.
Your answers in 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Jay
A
Washington.
dumb elf.
All right, fair enough. He misses it.
I think my answer was better.
Keeley.
It is Keeley. It is Keeley. 2-1 lead. 2-1 lead.
I think my answer was better. I'd give myself 8 stars out of 5.
He would know his family members.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Shots fired.
Wow.
This is an
Wow.
intense
Keep talking, buddy.
All right, all right. Roxy,
Question
fourth
4?
question.
Yeah, here
Keeley
we
was
go.
actually tall for a dwarf.
In the category of DC, who plays Lois Lane in Superman Returns?
All right. Now we're going to...
Now this is me.
Now you
Yeah.
Good
The
for
first question I've known in
you.
years.
5, 4, 3, 2,
don't
and
remember.
1. Look for answer starting with the Smasher, Kevin Smets.
You can borrow my Netflix password. It's Kate Bosworth.
All right. Jay Washington.
I have my own, but I refuse to watch that movie again.
Okay, 3-1, 3-1. 3-1.
Fair enough.
All right.
Fifth question. Fifth question. We are halfway through round number 1. Fifth question comes in the category of Marvel. Marvel. Stan Lee has a cameo in which Spider-Man film in which he tells Peter Parker that one person can make a difference? Is that true?
If it's me.
Oh,
Cockiest I've ever been.
that's all right. You're from Boston. 5, 4.
Repeat the question.
All right, we got a JT rule there. Stan Lee has a cameo in which Spider-Man film in which he tells Peter Parker that one person can make a difference. Might be a little strategy on Jay's part there to rerun the options through his brain. I like it there. Looking for answers in 5, 4, 3.
I think it's
2,
Spider-Man 2.
1. Jay.
Spider-Man 2.
Incorrect. Kevin.
Spider-Man 2.
Incorrect. Looking for Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3.
Oh.
Still very close in the
Still
numbers.
Is it 3?
very close.
Wow, a lot of applause for him right now.
All right, sixth question.
Number 6. Can I ask a question though, and then he can go? Okay. Here we go. Category 6.
We still love you.
What
Oh,
kind of
lovely.
creature is sentenced to death for attacking Draco Malfoy in Prisoner of Azkaban?
Okay. Do you know how many glasses of
Are you
Butterbeer I can
kidding
drink
me?
in one visit to Universal?
7.
8, 5.
Now this marker's
4,
messing up.
3, 2, and 1. Looking for answers.
A living broom.
Hippogriff.
That is correct for a point.
Damn, I had the Basilisk. I had the wrong one.
All right, you did that. 4-1 lead. 4-1 lead.
It happens.
Why does every single marker not want to work? Oh, shoot. I got tons of markers right there.
Question comes in the category of
Now I apologize for running off.
soundtrack.
Let's try green marker now. That don't fucking
Star
work.
Trek Into Darkness after attacking Starfleet. Khan flees to Kronos, the homeworld of what alien species?
Klingon.
If only they said
Well, I try to find a goddamn marker that
This
works.
is why I like Star Wars better. 5.
There.
4,
This
3,
might work.
2 and 1. J.
The Borg?
Incorrect. Kevin.
No,
That's
no.
right.
That was my second one. That was my second one.
Borg? There wasn't even Borg in the original Star Trek.
Kaiser.
Boo!
I'm over him.
Yeah.
Question number 8 in the category of DCEU. Who played Victor Stone in Justice League?
Oh, shoot. What's his name?
This is what you do.
This is for me.
You DC Movie News Roxy over there.
Sure.
All right. Looking for answers in 5, 4, 3,
I can't-
2, and
can't
1.
remember it.
Hands are down. Kevin.
Ray Fisher.
That is correct.
Ray Fisher.
That is
Yeah,
correct.
good
6-2.
point.
6-2. Jay's
Good
got it.
points, guys.
Ray Fisher.
All right.
Interviewed him.
I should remember that, but didn't.
Good for you. Good for you. Ninth question. Ninth question comes in the category of heroes and villains. Heroes and
Hero,
What is
villain.
the name of the aquatic
I'm right.
empath
What do I win?
From the Ron Perlman Hellboy films. We're looking for the first and last name. I don't even know what I just asked.
Honestly, it was a little lost on me, too.
It's a fever dream I just had.
How you feeling?
5, 4, 3, 2,
go
and
Tita.
1. Looking for answers starting with J.
I didn't have it.
Did not have it.
Abe Sapien.
That is correct. Abe Sapien.
Oh.
7-2, 7-2, 7-2. All right.
Yeah.
Final question in this round, Roxy. Final question.
Yep, question 10. It's a mixed bag. In 2014's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, who provided the voice of Leonardo? Mixed bag. You never know what you're gonna get.
You never know. It's kind of like Turtles on a half shell there. Jay's
He's a total jackass.
In round 2.
So
5,
true.
Literally.
4, 3,
Johnny Knoxville.
2, and 1. Looking for answer starting with Kevin.
Johnny Knoxville.
That's correct. Jay.
I went Corey Feldman. I didn't
Corey Feldman.
Oh! Not a bad guess. It's just wrong Turtles movie.
Round two is
He was Donatello in the original ones. Well, 1 and 3. They got someone else to do the second one for some reason.
Valets and friends heading up to talk to their opponents.
And then he was Slash in the Nickelodeon version.
Because it's the wheel round.
The Wheel of Death.
The Wheel of Death,
Which,
the Wheel of Doom, the Wheel of Destiny.
Nickelodeon version from the 2012 Nickelodeon version, not the current one that they do. I think it's the best version. That's my opinion. It's a hot take. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but I don't care. That's my opinion. That's why I said it. And if you don't agree, screw you! I guess that's not the right thing to say when I say it's my opinion. Oh, and I actually had a decent round. I think I got 5 out of 10, maybe 6 out of 10. Yay!
Kevin, you were in the lead. It is your choice to spin first or defer.
I will defer.
That might become a trend.
Pressure on Jay Washington. Jay, let's give it a big spin here.
I feel like Jay likes the pressure, though.
Jay does like pressure. He likes putting on pressure. He likes staring
He putting
down
that
Kevin
pressure.
still here.
He putting that pressure.
Look, oh, look at this. Look at this. The stare down.
What's the score? What's the score, Jay?
Kevin's looking at the scoreboard here, but
What's the score?
wheel is going around.
8-2, Jay.
And round
Good
and
spin.
around it is coming down to it will be Marvel movies.
All right.
Marvel movies. Jay is sticking with it. Jay is sticking with it. Roxy, would you like to ask the 5 questions?
We'll see how I do. We'll do our very best. Here we go, Jay. First question. In 2000's X-Men, what is Rogue's real first name?
Maria.
2 points there. No,
Oh, Marie. I said Maria. Crap.
Didn't even blink. Question number 2. What name does the devil go by in 2007's Ghost Rider?
Mephisto. Very underrated villain in the Marvel Comics universe.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Mephisto, B, Blackheart, C,
There's 2 Blackhearts.
Caretaker, or D, Blackheart?
Blackheart.
That's
Mephisto.
incorrect. Mephisto for a 1 point steal. 1 point steal. 1 point steal.
Yeah,
Uh,
Blackheart's son. Yeah.
His buddy.
All right, third
whatever.
question out of 5. Third question out of 5.
What happened there?
Question number 3.
Was it supposed to be
What
Bloodheart?
university does Peter Parker attend in Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man questions today.
Is it Blackheart?
Not an option.
Oh, too soon.
Is it A, New York University, B, Manhattan
It's
University,
New York University in the
C,
comics.
Columbia
I don't know if
University,
they
or
kept
D,
that.
Rutgers University?
Columbia University.
That's correct for a point there for
Okay.
Jay. Fourth question.
Question number 4. In Deadpool 2, what supervillain teams up with Russell after
The
breaking
Juggernaut.
out of police custody?
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
Juggernaut is the one.
Jay, how dare you quote X-Men 3 The Last Stand? Barf.
Question 5.
If I was hosting, I would have immediately disqualified you
After escaping
for quoting that
Cypress
shitty
Green
movie.
Mansion, what pop song plays loudly when Pyro turns on the radio in Cyclops' car?
Ooh, I love this movie too. That's a good
Multiple
question.
choice.
Is it A, Bye Bye Bye, B, Wannabe, C, Everybody, Backstreet's Back,
Backstreet's Back.
or D, Baby One
Is it
More
C?
Time?
Backstreet's back. No, it's not. No.
Bye.
That That is correct.
That is
Bye,
correct.
bye, bye.
Oh.
1 point still for Kevin. It is 10-7 though. Jay did pull to striking distance, but Kevin gets to spin here and see if he can take a lead. Kevin, go ahead and give the wheel a spin. You spin from the wheel or use your mind, just not the pegs.
I can't see those pegs fly anymore.
Yeah. No more murder of pegs. Jason Edmond is still not out of Schmoedown Purgatory after murdering all those pegs at the September live event.
There we go. Could it be Harry Potter?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Let's see how he does here.
All right. First question.
Well, it means no questions I'm getting right.
Now, Kevin.
Show me how it's done, Kevin.
Location does the secret tunnel under the Whomping Willow lead to? First used in The Prisoner of Azkaban. That is correct for 2 points there. All right. Second question out of 5 is, who is the Quidditch captain for Gryffindor in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone?
Oliver Wood.
Oliver Wood, no hesitation there. All right, this is the third question.
He shall do his
In
best.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Newt brought a Thunderbird to the United States to release. What was the name of Newt's? 2 points there, 2 points there. Fourth question here. Jay's looking for a steal. He does need it. Fourth question, Kevin. Who plays the completely despicable and vile Dolores Umbridge?
Imelda Staunton.
2 more points.
Guess Harry Potter's a strength.
All right.
I guess.
Fifth
that would be my first.
final
What was your first
question
clue,
in the
Roxy?
Harry Potter category here. A lot is on the line. Jay needs to steal. If Kevin hits this, we might be shouting to the rooftops here. Final question. In The Half-Blood Prince, who was Ginny Weasley dating before kissing Harry in the Room of Requirements?
Can you repeat the question?
In The Half-Blood Prince, who was Ginny Weasley dating before kissing Harry in the room?
Dean Thomas.
And Joe!
Wow.
Well, I'm losing my voice over that one there. Wow. Ethan coming to console Jay.
Wow, Ken. That's how he got his name. Smasher.
Final score of 20-7. Let's give it up for Jay. Give it up for Jay. The crowd.
They're loving
Crowd
Jay.
definitely behind Jay Washington. They've grown to love Jay Washington, especially after his live appearance in New York. So Jay still has a lot to give here in the Schmoedown. You can sense it from the fans, but this was a tough loss, but a big win for Kevin, Roxy.
I mean, that wheel round was just insane. He didn't even blink. He didn't even. It just was question after question. How do you top that? You can't.
It's very tough to top that, but you know what? Let's stop talking about it ourselves. Let's hear what the players have to say. They're back with Jen Sturger right now.
Thanks, guys. I'm backstage with Jay Washington, the Urban Gladiator, and Ethan Irwin. I could tell you were beating yourself up there. I saw you pulling for answers that you had
that I knew.
They just didn't come out.
And you know what? That's a part of the game. That's a part of the game. It happens. You have answers on the tip of your tongue. I knew Abe Sapien. I couldn't remember it. The damn Bye 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 to Between Backstreet Boys. I was like, I knew it was one of those pop songs. I couldn't pull it. But you know what? Let me just break this down. Yeah, I called him out because this is about respect. I've been here. We've been doing this a certain way. The kid's the real deal. I get it. I give him credit. The idiot he's with is still an idiot.
Still not a fan.
And
of
I
Kaiser,
still am the Mad Titan. Check out the podcast. But you know, just
it's so creepy. But no. Are you patting me?
Yes.
You're patting me.
That's
Great.
right.
So yeah, obviously not a huge fan of Kaiser.
No, like I said, you know what? I give him credit. He did his study. He knew his game. He landed on what he wanted.
Not Kaiser.
Yeah, because Kaiser doesn't know how to study. He doesn't know how to read. It's clear and evident he doesn't know how. It is clear as day he's illiterate. It is clear as day he needs to be hooked on phonics 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 37. It is evident that he is remedial.
Why 37?
Clear as day he was in the special classes.
What about 1,833?
Clear and proof that he was in those classes in the buildings behind the regular high school. It is just proof of that. Look at him.
Yeah. And what about you, Ethan? Got anything?
I mean, Kaiser is human.
He's so
garbage,
mean.
for sure. But look, it was, it's a tough loss. I've been there recently. It sucks. We pick ourselves up. We keep on going. I learned that from you, my friend.
And watching you, I've learned that from you. And I'm not going to hold my head down on this. Yeah, I'm like 1-4 in Innergeekdom, but guess what? I'll say this to the internet, to people watching. Shush. I'll say this to people watching. Yeah, you thought you knew he was going to do what he did, but guess what? I didn't go down just without swinging. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to keep coming back in this Innergeekdom every damn chance I get. Just another match means more watching, more reviewing, more studying, and coming for that little pipsqueak's ass one more again. Yeah, one more again. That's a hood thing. I swear for the Lord.
Yeah, I heard a lot of that hood thing in LA.
Congratulations on your win. I'll give you that. But this next ass whooping is guaranteed, damn it.
No, not again.
Yeah.
Cut.
Thanks, guys. I'm back
There
with
you go.
Kevin Smasher. All right, Smets, you're 2-0 now. Obviously, you're making a name for yourself here in the Innergeekdom. Took down Jay Washington. It was a bold move. Came in here and made a statement. What are you doing? Like, what's next?
Jen, the real story is somebody call Rachel Cushing. Maybe send her a text. Get her in the building. We take her right now if she's available.
Rachel Cushing?
Why not?
I don't know, because she's an Innergeekdom legend. She's kind of a heavyweight around here.
Jen, we don't care who you are, if you're at the bottom or you're at the top. We want everybody. We're taking them all out. Good, bad, champion, no champion. Whoever Fife puts in front of us, he's going to smash.
Okay, so maybe we work our way up, though, to Rachel Cushing.
Well, apparently Navarro's in the witness relocation program. No one can find him. We asked for him.
We haven't heard back from Hector. It's true. Is there anyone else that you've been looking for?
Look, he does the talking for me. I come in here, I told everybody that I would win. I told people on social media that I would win, and I won, and now I'm 2-0, 2 knockouts. I have him in here to speak for me because I need to focus on the next victim. I have called out Hector Navarro. Jay called me out. I didn't call Jay out, and now Jay got knocked out. And I called out Hector Navarro, and you're asking me who else I want to. I want to face Hector Navarro, and if that's not there, then the next person up the line, and then. If it's Kalinowski, if it's Cushing, it doesn't matter because I'm here to win. Just give me someone to play, and I will win.
And what about all of this stuff that, people are kind of getting fed up with your voice, man. Like Kaiser's kind of making I don't know, he's getting a reputation for kind of being an asshole.
I'm not Kaiser's babysitter, okay? I come in here and I'm focused. I come from a sports background, and he comes in here to do all the talking for me. When I walk into this studio, all I am is focused on the next thing, the next question, the next round. So I'm not here sitting, talking, answering questions, sending videos back and forth. That's what he can do while I focus on the next match. And no one's giving me him at Navarro, so I don't know who's next.
Can you pass along a message to Christian for me?
Sure.
Stop going to sleep studies to find our opponents, and maybe we'll get some real competition.
All right, there you go, Jay. It seems like he's okay after the loss.
Well, he was there. I saw him in the building. Wing, wing. Question. You in there?
Ethan's coming off a big loss, too. It isn't about the losses. It's how you get back up and go for the next wins there. But Jay, very clearly not a fan of Kaiser, though,
and I kind of am getting
Really? What was your first clue?
He does come in hot there, but let's talk about Kevin Smets. This was about maybe making his name and earning some respect. Roxy, do you think he has it? Because he made a big call out there.
I know. He keeps coming after Hector, and at first I said he hasn't earned it, but this definitely gets him one step closer. We just watched what he is capable of, and I don't know if I was Hector.
He now has as many wins as Hector Navarro. Let's keep that in mind.
Been around these parts for a while.
Just saying.
He wanted to take a little bit of break. I don't know what's going on in his mind. He's a hard cookie to read sometimes, a hard cat to read. A cookie's what's on my mind because I'm hungry. But
I love cookies too.
I'm very curious if Hector wants to do this, if he feels like he needs to. But it seems though like Kevin. He and Kaiser are gonna make this happen, and they want to go. They want to go all the way to San Diego Comic-Con. They are eyeing Rachel the Crusher Cushing, which you know, to even consider yourself ready at this point, that takes a lot of guts because we know what Rachel can do, Roxy.
Oh, let's not kid ourselves, though. We can't call him even close to Rachel at this point. We'll see. We'll see.
No. So, that was a big matchup there, Roxy. It's always good to have you here at the desk. We have a lot of things going on here in the movie Trivia Schmoedown. This was an Innergeekdom division matchup today. We got the teams, we got the...
Innergeekdom League.
I hope you're
They're
going
leagues, not divisions.
William Bibiani and his team of writers really work hard to give you the stats and stories behind everything you're watching here. So please check that out. And if you want to be a Patreon supporter, go to patreon.com/Schmoedown. And Roxy, the live events are really
Be a Patreon supporter.
Awesome.
You can get this.
Tickets at theschmoedownlive.com.
And attend live events next time, and you might get this.
1,000 miles away from you. That's so many things.
This. That one. Not this one. This is the one I already showed. Man. Me dumb.
Stay tuned here. That is it. Big win for Kevin. We'll see what's next for Jay. For Roxy, I'm the Pit Boss Cat Knapsack. We'll see you all next time on the movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Thank you, Ken and Roxy and Kevin and Jay and Kaiser and Ethan and everybody else that I saw in the video. And Christian, too. I saw you for that second and a half. Okay, so, yeah, I think pretty much what I figured was going to happen. Not to that extent. I figured Kevin would win, but yikes, that was a pretty heavy beating that Kevin laid on Jay there. That was pretty unfortunate for Jay, because I know Jay puts in a lot of hard work, and just sometimes the questions just don't go your way. It's just I've been there. I've gotten movies or questions about movies I've never even heard of, let alone not seen. So the more Jay Washington we get, the better. It's unfortunate that this will now be the last image of what we've seen. Hopefully Jay can come back sooner rather than later, and can put another good showing in the Innergeekdom, because you know, the more competitors we got in Innergeekdom, the better. The Hector Navarro thing, I'm hoping that this match does happen soon. I don't know when they will possibly be able to do it, because obviously Comic-Con is not too far around the corner. So if they wanted to do that match, they'd have to do it pretty quickly. This has always been my opinion, and I know it's probably not going to happen, but I really think to just get a spark of stardom into the Innergeekdom, I really want to see Jeremy Johns come back. You know, just have one more match. I wouldn't even care at this point if it was just an exhibition get-together, but just to get a little injection of some star power and some drawability. I think Johns coming in for one or two matches would be a good thing for the Innergeekdom. Obviously, we would have no idea where he would stand in terms of the competition, but that would be the fun in finding out. But yeah, in terms of Kevin and Hector, I still think that it's Kevin's match to lose. Hector Navarro, if he gets the right categories, can make a competitive match, but ultimately I still think there's just more categories that Kevin knows over Hector, in my opinion, and I think ultimately Kevin would win. It's just a matter of how the questions and the categories would fall, up how close and how tight it could be. So yeah, with that being said, that's going to do it for this edition of JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Always watch their content first, and just the right thing to do. Follow me on social media at WWEJTH1. I post as many of my reactions as I can to my Twitter page as I can. Join the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page, the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown Twitter page at the Schmoedown. Become a Patreon user if you can. It goes a long way. It'll help you become part of the Discord group that is exclusively for the Patreon users. And feel free to look up the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown website at triviasd.com. There's lots of great articles and conversations with people. So check those out. I'm sure you'll be very entertained about all that. Obviously, so the free-for-all is on Friday. Obviously, because I was there, there's probably not going to be a reaction on. Well, there's definitely not going to be a reaction on my side. I still will probably talk about the event at some point. I might just do a live stream review of my take on it, or I might jump in on somebody else's reaction and do one there. So yeah, we'll play it by ear. We'll see how everything falls in place. But until then, this is JTH saying thank you for watching this edition of JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. And until next time, I bid you adieu-adieu.